Dark green warehouse, ugly little gravel road, rusty sign swinging, spray paint grass, professorial code inside, chalkboard jars, no posters, no mascot, just a beaker, busted fan, old rotary padlock, students in hoodies, cashing compass and books, he grade them on attention span, not how they homework looks. Open your mind, class, he tapped the ash, light flash, today's exam on the plant behind the glass, observe the sample, note the resin on the crown, smell that berry bitter spice, that's where legends get found. He hold it to the fluorescent like a gemstone car, strawberry cough, my drills into some miracle thought. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the walls glow faint and the jars all brag. Every bud got a story in the tags he scrawled. If you came for the truth, leave your fear at the wall. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the unsanctioned lessons hit deeper than the bag. In the dark green shadows on the edge of town, you either learn or you burn or you pass it around. Got it! Pace like a mad monk, pointer made a glass tube, cannabis, sativa, indica, that old school feud. Most of that talk, just lazy man's map. I trace families, flavors down the decades, cracks on the board, scribble haze, arrows branch out weird. Old heads crossed it, lost it. I resurrect what you feared. Jackaroo, super silver. I still chase the hanties somewhere in a seed vault, wearing dusty plant panties. He twists the jar, label smudge. Kim's grandkids here. From a leaky bag, rumor to an era of cheer. One seed hit the soil, someone noticed the sting. Now every diesel cousin wear that sharp little ring. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the walls glow faint and the jars all brag. Every bud got a story in the tags he scrawled. If you came for the truth, leave your fear at the wall, yeah. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the unsanctioned lessons hit deeper than the bag. In the dark green shadows on the edge of town, you either learn or you burn or you pass it around. He say don't worship names, worship what they became. Someone crossed blueberry with a bright sweet flame. Out pop strawberry cough like a prayer exhale. Berry mist in your chest, clean church in your gale. He talk terps like gossip, see that sugar on the leaf, that's language. Chemistry singing through belief, not just strong, not weak, just a pattern or chord. One blend, calm your demons, one sharpen your sword. Back row kid with a hoodie, eyes low, ask prof, what's the best strain? Class laugh, simple task, grass grin, dim grin like he heard it all life. The best one, he shrugged, slow cut air with a knife. Was a random seed behind my old couch spring, sprouted in a coffee can, rainwater string, smell like pine on payday, smoke like time stood still. Name was nothing on paper, but the feeling was real. Crowd nod, jar clink, scale sing soft weight. Some come for a lecture, some come for an eighth. He stamp bags like diplomas, little leaf, tiny crown, dark green warehouse humming like a secret in town. Yeah. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the walls glow faint and the jars all brag. Every bud got a story in the tags he scrawled. If you came for the truth, leave your fear at the wall. Yeah. Welcome to Professor Grass Lab, where the unsanctioned lessons hit deeper than the bag. In the dark green shadows on the edge of town, you either learn or you burn or...
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the Professor Grass channel. I am your host, Professor Grass. Got another show planned out for you tonight. I don't know why my voice went all fucking Irish, maybe because my brain fucked up there. Sorry about that. I have a show for you tonight where I'm covering demons. Why? I don't know. Like the thing to do. See, Mr. Spirit is in the chat already. He said, Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies. I have that in my prep, actually. And traditionally on this show, you know, we'll cover the cannabis strain first. There is a cannabis strain called Beelzebub. We will be covering that. But also, do a thing called an icebreaker. And instead of waiting until afterwards, I figured that I would break the icebreaker out right now.
Make sure you got time. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh!
Who is this? Figure is Baal. Right? And it's weird how all of this folds in together. It really is. Beelzebub being Baal and all that other stuff. But I'm trying to get to a certain part. Nope. All of it's all in one chain because I talked to Grok off stream. I asked it poignant questions. So I gotta go get something to drink. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to turn this on, and it's going to explain the cannabis strain, and it's going to also explain some of the questions I had for it.
Yeah, you got it. That's actually a solid way to put it. Right now...
Wait a second. You didn't read it from the top. Oh, no. I might have to redo this. Hang on. Oh, can I just... Oh, it peaks. Not know that. Okay. So on this picture it says Beelzebub instead of Beelzebub. So I was kind of curious about how that worked. Where's the top of this?
Yo, the cannabis strain Beelzebub is a mostly indica from Slanted Farm Seed Company. Cookies and cream crossed with OGKB. It's a stout, dark purple beast with huge, glistening, royal-looking buds. Flowers in about 58 days and smells like grape cookies. Effects? Heavy body relaxation, sedation, some mild euphoria, and one description straight up calls it hallucinatory. THC sits around 23 to 28%, perfect for nighttime couch lock or pain insomnia relief. Looks like a demon in the grow tent, purple as hell. Biblically, Beelzebub or Beelzebub started as a Philistine god worshipped in Ekron, meaning Lord of the Flies. The Israelites basically trolled the name, twisting it to mock their fly god. By New Testament times, it became another name for Satan, the prince of demons, which is why Jesus gets accused of casting out devils by Beelzebub's power. Classic biblical burn, turning a local deity into straight up the devil. Fitting name for a strain that knocks you on your ass like the devil himself, huh?
Spirit Philistines. Gross. Hey, how's it going here, Juicy? So, I figured that if I go to talk about demons and stuff, one, an interesting topic. Two, I have a clip of Alex Jones. I have a clip of Tucker Carlson talking to an exorcist. And you know what? I was like, fuck it. I will look into more stuff. So I looked into more stuff. What I've got going on. So I asked Grok, who is Beelzebub?
Yo, Beelzebul is basically the New Testament spelling of the same guy, the Prince of Demons. It's the Greek form used in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, where the Pharisees accused Jesus of casting out devils by the power of Beelzebul, ruler of the demons. Same exact beef as Beelzebub. It's not two different characters, just a slight name tweak. Some say Beelzebul originally meant Lord of the Exalted Dwelling, or Lord of the House, which is why Jesus flips it back on them in Matthew 10:25, calling himself the true master of the house, while they label
I
him
did not
Lord
know
of the
that,
dung
Spirit.
heap.
He
Classic
said
biblical
Philistines
shade.
are Gazans.
Same demon, same beef with
Huh.
Jesus, just
I didn't know
different
that.
vowel at the end.
I don't know
Still the
shit
devil's
about the
top
Middle East.
lieutenant.
Which is fucking retarded because it's where my fucking religion comes from. I should learn more. Stupid. So, then I asked, what's the whole demon hierarchy? They gave me this itty bitty ass picture. Satan's kingdom of darkness at the top, principalities, powers, rulers, and of the darkness rather, and demonic hosts at the very bottom there.
The Bible keeps it vague. Satan as the top dog, Beelzebub straight up called Prince of Demons in the Gospels. Paul in Ephesians 6:12 lists 4 ranks battling us: principalities, top rulers, powers, rulers of darkness, and.
See, he said and. So I got, you know, I got a little annoyed with this guy's answers. And I've heard about the Ethiopian Bible floating around as of late. I've downloaded it. I haven't read it yet. But I've downloaded an English copy of the Ethiopian Bible. I was going to look into it. Well, I decided to ask Grok just a little bit of keynotes here and there about the Bible. I said, let's pretend that we're reading out of the Ethiopian Bible. Fuck this robot. All right, well, flipping through the Ethiopian Bible, one with 81 books, Enoch included. In Enoch and the Ethiopian tradition, demon hierarchy runs way deeper and is way more structured. It's not just Satan at the top and that's all. Yeah, see, there is 4 types of demons, Spirit said. That's fine. I felt like we were scratching the surface, though. I felt like that's, you know, we're just kind of scratching the surface. I wanted to look into this Ethiopian Bible. There's no strain called Ethiopian Bible. But, you know, the Bible does talk about a fella named Beelzebub. Just saying. So, I was like, fuck it. Beelzebub it is. By the way, if you like this show, and you want to share me out on your favorite social medias, I would not fucking argue. And also, you go to buymeacoffee.com/ProfessorGrass or use the Rumble Rant option. Both of those are open, free to use. I ain't gonna stop you. Okay, so just Spirit, can you come on tonight? Are you too busy? I'm in the voice chat right now. If you're too busy, let me know. But I'm gonna be flipping through this right now. And I see that you threw some shit at me, and I will be getting to that eventually here. And just, I wanted to kind of scratch the surface on this icebreaker, and then switch over to Tweet Talk, and then we'll come back. Mostly your prep, really, because I seen you putting the prep in there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's top notch right there. That's what it is, you know. And like, I don't know too much about the individual demons and shit. That's fine, Spirit. Fine. But it's kind of interesting to look into different things, you know, and how all of this plays out. Because the Ethiopian Bible is very fucking interesting. Because it's a Bible that monks literally hid. They climbed vertical mountains to get up to this fucking spot and hide these fucking texts away from the other people that were like altering the texts. And they were like, no, Jubilees and Enoch, those are totally fucking legible, fine. Those are canon to the Ethiopian Bible. That's why that's interesting to me. Because there are a couple books that we don't have in there. In fact, the Ethiopian Bible has the most books out of all the canon. So, like, gotta look at it. We're gonna at least look at it. You know what I mean? Well, that's mean. Spirit said, hey, do you know what a flycatcher is called in modern Hebrew? Beelzebub. That's mean. But yeah, him being a giant fly, is that from Hebrew? I think it. I feel like it is, right? I feel like it's a Jewish thing. I could be wrong. I was gonna look into it here in a little bit, but like, yeah. PT Pod, Ethiopia also has the first images of Christ, the first verified Christian church. That's pretty tight. Pretty cool. I'm just saying. Any book should be fucking canon. It should be the Ethiopian book. Like, what the fuck? Tell me we lost a few books along the way of the fucking shipping process? It's too heavy. Gotta get rid of Enoch. Gotta cut Jubilees. About Belial? You think that the devil's the devil? Belial was the devil. All right, let's see here. Belial. That's how you say it? Belial. Yeah, is a term occurring in the Hebrew Bible Old Testament, which later became personified as the devil. Christian texts of the New Testament, alternate spellings include Baal, Baal, Belhar, Baal, Baaler, Beryl, Baal, Baal. Spirit's like, that was awful. He's like, how dare you? You butchered the fuck out of that. Oh, fuck. I've gotten sidetracked off of my my original point here. Got to the Ethiopian Bible. So he's flipping through the Ethiopian Bible now. And I was getting to this part here where it talks about Satan at the top. So here's how it lays it out in the Ethiopian Bible. Satan at the top, otherwise known as Mastema, sits absolute top, chief advisory, one who accuses and tempts. Under him are the Watchers, 200 fallen angels of Enoch, who came down, took human wives, and taught forbidden knowledge. Their leader is usually listed as Simzaza, sometimes Simyaza, or Azazel. Gets the top spot depending on passage. When you've got the Nephilim, which, real quick before I read this part, excuse me, I just burped. And also, Spirit told me that Nephilim means the fallen, like the fallen angels. So, like, that's weird. You know what I mean? That's a weird one for me, because, like, if they're giant offspring of the Watchers and human women, right? The sons of what was it? The sons of God slept with the daughters of men. It's the line in the deal. How the fuck does that translate to giants? Right? That's weird. But in the Ethiopian Bible, it also explains that the Nephilim, when they die, and they're fucking flooded because God hates monsters and stuff. That they fucking, their spirits, when they die, their spirits, sorry, I fucking lost my train of thought, turn into the demons that we know. Like the lesser demons and stuff. And if I can get to the fucking point, go through the thing instead of being retarded, it kind of talks about how the demons, like how they operate and stuff, like in that Jesus left some of the demons, or God did. Can't remember which one. We'll get to it. And it's like, that's fine. You just do your thing on Earth. You know, he left like a third of the demons or some shit, and he's like, that's fine. You guys do your thing, but just remember who's fucking in charge here. Like, it's essentially what he did, which is wild. So that just proves to me we all have free will. And I hate when people, I've had too many people rather come up to me and hate me and stuff, talked about religion and shit, and then be like, yeah, you don't have free will. And I clench my fist because I'm like, I want to punch you. Good. I could do it with my free will. But I'm not going to. So yeah, spirits and giants is a translation thing. Then why did God have to flood the earth? That's the thing. Okay, so like, how canon is the Ethiopian Bible? Because it has Enoch in it and Jubilees in it, and they say that both of them are canon. Oh, I'm not arguing it at all, Spirit. I'm just confused on how this giants thing works. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just asking dumb questions. Like, why did he flood the earth? The earth was steeped in so much sin that he flooded it? Is that why? Canon as in the sense of the biblical canon for like why we didn't get this translation over here. Why is it only Ethiopian Bible has this translation? You know what I mean? What's up with that? And I asked my preacher once about it, and he goes, oh, well, it's canon. It's the biblical canon that's accepted of the churches over here. Like, whoa, what the fuck? That's weird. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we read all of it then? What? Nicene Council. I have too many grok tabs open. Open one. Going on a tear tonight, I tell you. I haven't even talked about weed. I'm assuming that it's like the people that got together and was like, all right, well, this one's canon, this one's not, this one's fan fiction. Yeah, that makes sense. You know? But at least I'm going to verify this information. You have technology. Fucking ask a robot and it tells me. All right. Nicene Council, more accurately spelled, Nicene Council. Fucking asshole. Dipshit didn't even spell council right. Fucking retard over here. Also certainly refers to the first Council of Nicaea held in 325 AD. First major, holy fuck, that's a word. Incremental, worldwide council of the Christian Church with a pivotal moment of shaping Christian doctrine. When and where? May, August, 325 AD, Nicaea, modern day. That's a fucking word. What is that? Eisnick? Christ. I think that says Eisnick. Turkey area. That fucking area over there. City in Roman Providence and Bithynia? Who called it Roman Council Constantine the First Christian emperor who wanted to solve divisions and threatening church unity after he recently legalized Christian. Okay. $250 to 380 ships. Famous 380 comes in the tradition from Roman emperor with few Western representatives. Both Sylvester first sent, but so who trusted all these motherfuckers to make it, and why did these fucking monks have to climb up vertical hills to fucking hide they shit from these motherfuckers? Because it was actually not canon? They were like being outlaws? Or was it really canon? Fuck, I'm so confused. Like, it's like, any motherfucker can write a goddamn story, right? But like, I don't know, man. That's a fucking mystery. Fucking what? Foundation for site today later. Establish the Trinity. Oh. Wow. Wait, which word, Spirit? Nicaea? Yeah, I don't know what it means. Thought it was the place. Okay, hang on. Gotta close this. We gotta get to the weed talking before I forget to talk about weed. Fair? Okay. So this isn't a really exciting fucking thing. We'll throw the flies back up. Canon. Ah. Well, I know what canon means. It means it's a legitimate source. Right? So like if you're trying to make a fucking story and then somebody makes an offshoot. Say somebody goes to make something like Super Killer, right? And then Ray goes and makes Super Killers, right? And makes his own canon up, does this whole thing, but Super Killer didn't even get made yet, right? So like, which one's canon to the Super Killer brand? It's Super Killer, you know. But canon to whom? Fucking, I'm guessing the Council of fucking Nicaea. Like, their rules that they set down, I guess. That's what I'm confused about too. Because like I asked my preacher and he's like, oh, you know, canon to all of the Christian churches and stuff. Like what basically all of the Christians believe, why we have all these different versions and shit. But like that's the thing, which one's the true version to read? If you're wanting to start fresh and you're like, I want to read the version of the Bible, you know? You gotta fucking read the Torah and the fucking Bible and the fucking Ethiopian Bible and the fucking the version differences are translations, but Spirit, I don't have the Book of Jubilees or the Book of Enoch in my Bible. That's what I'm asking, right? Like, were those two books separated entirely? They don't seem like they should have been. Honestly, they seem like they were taken out because it's too spiritual and too woo-woo to fucking push to Americans. That's what it seems like to me. Like, they're like, oh, if we put this in here, we're not going to be able to get away with that. And then somebody put out the thing, and then they were like, oh, fuck, did you see this last part? He left the fucking dragon in there. Bob, get over it. Well, it's not going to be Bob. It's going to be like Ezekiel or some goofy shit, but you get the fucking point. I'm just kind of confused on how all of that works. Like, who said that this was canon? Why the fuck is it canon in that sense, too? You know, like, why is the Book of Enoch not canon? What the fuck? Okay, but like, that's the thing though. The New King James Version, the Book of Revelations, is a apocalyptic writing. Did they just feel like we're just gonna put one in there to not confuse everybody? Like, what the fuck is that shit? That's what I'm confused. That's what I've always been confused about. It's like, okay, so like, you gave me the kid's book, right? And then like, I look over there and it looks like this person is enjoying an adult book. And I'm wondering why the fuck I'm still on the kid book. Uh-oh. Fucking spirits come here to kick my ass. Hello, spirit.
Hang on, let me get my... Hello. Okay, what are you confused about?
I'm confused on canon. Why the fuck do motherfuckers have other books that we know about, but we just don't have in our books? Why is it that Enoch is mentioned like fucking 4 or 5 times in the Bible, but we don't have his book in the Bible?
Because they were determined not to be canon by the Council of Nicaea, according to the Bible. But that's your guys' canon. Do you, like, I think you keep saying canon like there's a canon, like there's the canon. Dude, bro, people can't even decide what Star Wars movies are canon.
That's true. That is an insanely fair point.
It works exactly the same way. That's why I'm confused why you keep saying what's canon. Well, the Bible is canon, but that doesn't mean that you only have to. That canon is something that a mass of people determine. That
Council of Motherfuckers 500.
The comic books aren't canon, but the prequel movies are.
So we're trusting a bunch of nerds from 500 AD?
Yes.
Fuck them. Give me all the books and I'll make my determination. If it's wrong, fuck me.
Because it's Jewish apocalyptic literature. These are. That's what I've been trying to say is that they're written in the Second Temple period.
That's fine. But that's good, right? Like, that's a continuation of like people learning and shit and learning about God and whatnot, right? Like, that's good. All of that should be read, correct?
But then it becomes problematic to Christianity.
Why?
Because things that are within, because Christianity wanted to distance it. They created the Trinity specifically to distance themselves from their Jewish roots.
Okay. But if Jesus fulfilled the, like, you know, word of God, right, which was Jewish law at the time, if I'm not mistaken, then whatever continues after that should be
But
recorded
that's not
and learned and
canon
all
to
that.
us. Do you not get that though? That's not canon for us. So we don't care about that part.
That's the thing, though. But for Christians, that should be the thing, right?
What?
Not for Jews or whatever, but for the Christians. After Jesus did his thing, there's shit that happens after Jesus gets fucking nailed to the cross and comes out of the fucking rock. Like in the Ethiopian Bible. Why is that shit not canon in my Bible?
But you could get into like
Confused.
the weeds about why is the Book of Mormon not included in your canon? Do you understand if I put it that way? Like, why is the Book of Mormon not in there, Grass? Like, it's canon. It's canon. Like, Joseph Smith said he was the prophet of God.
But
he said he saw Jesus, and he translated the golden tablets, Grass.
there's
So, like,
too
why
many.
is that not
There's
in the
too
Bible?
many there's too many verifiable things in that actual book that is just like
It's not about it's not a. You keep thinking that
They're
this
not
is
verifiable,
About
like,
you
is
keep
what I'm saying.
thinking that this is about verifiability, like it's a scientific or a historical thing. No, it's about that these people have different. There's no consensus at this period of time about what Judaism is, about what Christianity is. There is no consensus at all. At all. There are different sects of people, and and every, think of it this way, every church or synagogue, whatever you think of it as, is going to be their own version of that. They have their own canon.
makes sense.
Like, so you have a different canon than the church that's like 6 miles down the road. Because
Let alone
that 6
fucking the other
miles
side
is-
of the world.
6 miles is 600
Yeah.
miles back then.
Yeah, let alone on the other side of the fucking world, in Ethiopia.
Does that sort of
Thank
make
you.
sense now that I put it that way?
You had to come in here with your intellectual fucking know-how and kick my ass. I knew it. I heard it. I heard the fucking Discord beam, and I'm like, that's an angry bing.
Well, I think I could see where you were getting stuck, and it was on this word, the word canon, because I think you keep using it like there's like a verifiability to it, and that's not what it's about. It's that
I guess I think of it
There
like
are-
comic books, kind of, because it's like there's a main story, and then there's fucking Elseworlds. You know what I mean?
But you have Christians who are at this point in time, right? You have Christians who are questioning: are we a Jewish movement? Are we something different than a Jewish movement? Are we a continuation of the Jewish movement? Should we try and distance ourselves from the Jewish? All of the and everybody has a different perspective on these questions. Like, are these things still are these laws still, like, are we still bound to these laws? Like, case in point, right? When you bring all of these Hebraic laws of Moses out to the Gentiles, now you get all these people who are now, because remember, it doesn't start as like Jesus starts a new religion. It starts as bring the Hebraic law to the Gentiles. And when you do that, now you run into all of these questions about, well, do I have to do all of this? Do I have to get circumcised? Do I have to, wear tzitzit? Do I have to, do I have
Can
to
I
observe
actually
this?
eat pork? Like, yeah.
And so they have to start asking these questions about, are we a Jewish movement? And the Jews are asking themselves the same questions at the same time, because the temple is destroyed, and they're asking themselves the same questions. And that is where the Talmud comes from, and that's where because the Talmud's being created like around the same time, and I believe, don't quote me on that, but like around that general time period, like you've got that's the beginning of rabbinical Judaism, because the temple's destroyed, and they're asking themselves, what do we do? Are we still bound to these things? Like, we can't perform these rituals because the temple's destroyed. So are we still bound to all of these things?
See, that's the
Or
thing.
not?
Yeah, that's what I was curious about too. If the temple was destroyed, they don't have to do animal sacrifice anymore then, right? Like, how does that work? Is it just the
You've got
certain
different-
sect of Jesus, like Jews for
You've got
Jesus, for instance?
You've
They're
still
just
got
like...
but you've still got different sects of Judaism who have different thoughts about that.
Yeah.
And that's my point is that when you start getting into canon, it's canon to whom? There's no because you're thinking of it like the Bible. Well, you said it's like a comic book. You compared it to in Judaism, it's more like graphic novels.
Oh no, not a comic. It's a graphic novel.
Like they're self-contained, in other words.
So they're one shots. Everything's a one shot.
It's probably a terrible, terrible analogy.
Well, except for Judaism. Judaism has multiple books, and so does Christianity. So it's like those aren't one shots, but some of these are one shots.
But anyway, that's why they're not canon. Why they're in the Ethiopian Bible.
Okay, but like
because early Christians who were part of the Jewish movement of Christians went to Ethiopia, and that's why they got preserved.
yeah, these fucking monks had to climb vertical hills to fucking go preserve that shit.
Those people were part of sects who were either not part of the Council of Nicaea or were struck down by it.
That's
Same
nuts.
same with the Gnostics. The reason that you have a taint of Gnosticism to canon Christianity is because of the Council of Nicaea. Because they're like, well, we got to allow a little bit of Gnosticism, but not a whole lot of Gnosticism. We got to appease the Gnostics a little bit, but not too much.
So, this is a fucking retarded reason why all demons and stuff tonight.
I know we got really into the weeds stuff.
No. Like, I got a retarded reason of why I'm doing demons. Mel Gibson's making a sequel, maybe 2 movies to The Passion of the Christ. Did you hear about that?
Right. I saw like just his name and his likeness in thumbnails, so I knew something was going on with
He's
that.
basing it off the Ethiopian Bible.
Well, there you go.
So I want to watch The Passion of the Christ again.
His dad, I don't know specifics, so don't quote me. But I know that his dad, his dad belongs to some fringe Christian sect, and they have a different canon because I think they're like Coptic Christians or something.
What does that mean? Coptic?
Yeah, Egyptian Coptic.
Whoa. Egyptian Christians?
Yes, because Egypt is right next to the Levant.
It's fucking wild.
Like Gaza is on the border with Egypt.
Okay. Man, fucking... So... That's the thing. So, Egyptian culture and shit. I know this is not part of the deal, but, like... I've been doing a lot of research into, like, the different versions of death. There's an interesting thing about Egyptian culture. They had 2 versions of death. Did you know that?
Are they over different periods of time though?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like Osiris was one, and so was oh damn, I lost it.
Anubis.
I maybe Anubis. Yeah. It was Anubis. Yeah, that's right. And then I was thinking of the green skin fella from fucking India, and I just don't understand India. So like,
What don't you understand?
I don't understand India.
I think
all.
Indian religion is actually
Just India in
strangely
general.
enough. I think in Vedic, specifically Vedic religion is like actually one of the most accessible to Jews and Christians because there's so much overlap.
The pathway to enlightenment starts with an unfettered, focused mind.
I'm
There's
sorry.
overlap in terms of concepts, specifically within Hebrew too.
They believe in death, reincarnation, and life, God damn it, life, death, reincarnation cycle or some shit.
But that's
Is
not
that the ball cycle though too? Like, is that not the same thing?
No, it's not at all.
It's like
that's why I'm saying specifically Vedic, because so Vedic, so Hindu is a made up word. Have I told you this?
Vedic.
Yeah, Hindu doesn't exist. It's a made up word.
What?
It's made up by the it's made up by the British to describe all of the religions within the Indus Valley, right? And it becomes Hindu.
Oh,
And so
That's fucking brutal.
Hindus, yeah, I know, right?
I gotta take a dab. Just keep going.
As is India's legacy to be trod upon by other greater nations. So Hindu's a made up word. Vedic is what they call it. But that's specifically the Northern Indian Aryan religion that was brought in by the white people who invented the wheel.
What the fuck? Hang on. So I still haven't taken my dab. Turned into Aryan. What? I'm confused. What? How does white religion? What?
Because white people are from the Middle East. Iran is Aryan, right? Iran means Aryan. And the people of Iran, the
So we're
native people
destroying
of Iran,
white people.
they're white people. And then Pakistan also.
So is that the
the-
white people the blacks are always talking about? They're like, those dang white people.
They don't even know what white people are. That's the most frustrating fucking thing about even trying to broach that topic with them.
Like constantly shaking their fist at white people.
It-
Those
yeah.
fucking Iranians.
It's like try and explain Scythians to them, and it's like, yeah.
Oh fuck. I actually
Anyway,
took a
we were
dab.
talking about demons.
Yeah. Beelzebub in particular, right? Lord of the Flies. Why the thumbnail is a fly, right? How the fuck do you get that title? Because like from my research, it said something along the lines it was an old Egyptian god that they like fucking kind of mocked. They were like, yeah, this is a demon now.
It's what they do to any foreign gods. All the foreign gods become demons.
It's fucking kind of tight. It's kind of cool. That's some fucking toss some shade fucking shit right there.
That's why people. That's why when you were showing that picture earlier, and I was saying that's not Baal.
Yeah, it's
Because
Beelzebub.
No, but that's what people picture when they think of Baal now, because that's what it's been turned into. because it's been literally demonized.
Spirit, I did a cursory research. Like, it's not that hard to research these things. What?
I know, right, man?
What the fuck?
Thank you for proving one of my main talking points.
I mean, quote from other shows that I watch. He's just a dumb guy that watches the internet, watches stuff on the internet and talks about weed. Like, I did that in like 10 seconds, Spirit. Like, I still haven't talked about the weed, man. I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, you finish up your shit, man.
Real quick, cookies and cream crossed with OGKB. And I don't know what OGKB stands for. Let's see. Oh, OG Kush Breath. Okay. So OG Kush Breath crossed with cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is Girl Scout cookies crossed with Starfighter F2. Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies is OG Kush from South Florida crossed with Durban Poison F1. And OG Kush. Unknown Emerald Triangle strain crossed with a Hindu Kush from Kneville and an unknown unknown Emerald Triangle strain crossed with Hindu Kush, F1 Durban, and that's F1 crossed with Durban, F1. We don't know what the origins are for F1, so that's a fucking other mystery, like the shit that we're going to be talking about tonight. South African sativa, otherwise known as KwaZulu Natal, crossed with a African sativa, makes your Starfighter F2. And the other side of that, I don't really care for because we've already fucking kind of covered the strain. I got a description of the weed also earlier before this, so like that's fine. We got that covered. I do have this part of my icebreaker prep I didn't get to yet either. But I had asked it a couple questions about the Ethiopian Bible. If you don't mind, Spirit, shift gears again and go back to that. Just because it's right here in front of me and I fucking know what that is. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah. I was waiting for your question.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure that the fucking Discord was working properly. Share this. Okay, let me know if you hear it, because I'm just going to play it. I can kind of smoke a little bit of weed and drink my drink and shit, getting a little dry mouth.
No sound on my end.
Nothing's going on yet. Give me a second to hear it now. Well,
No.
wait.
Yeah, exactly. Even in the Ethiopian books, everything's still under God's ultimate command. In Jubilees, which they treat as straight scripture, Mastema, their main Satan figure, literally has to go to God and beg for a tenth of the demons to keep around so he can still tempt people. God says fine,
Yeah, we're good now.
but it's on loan. Mastema doesn't own them. He's on a leash. Jesus
Trying to fucking get... So basically, he's talking about in Jubilees from the Ethiopian Bible, that there was a certain sect of demons that Jesus was just like, yeah, you guys can, or God was like, you guys can do your thing here, but like, shoo.
Yeah, exactly. Even in the Ethiopian books, everything's still under God's ultimate command. In Jubilees, which they treat as straight scripture, Mastema, their main Satan figure, literally has to go to God and beg for a tenth of the demons to keep around so he can still tempt people. God says fine, but it's on loan. Mastema doesn't own them. He's on a leash. Jesus casting out demons works the same way here. He's not fighting an equal rival. He's the Son, part of the Trinity. So when he tells a demon to bounce, it has to
So
go.
unsettling when
because the boss
AI
of the whole
breathes.
system just spoke. The demons know it too. That's why they freak out and call him Son of the Most High before he even says a word. So yeah, Beelzebub, Mastema, the Watchers, all of them. They're operating inside God's permission slip, and Jesus can rip it up anytime he wants.
So like, why does AI need to breathe? Because, like, he was getting really breathy whenever he was given that description. Like, he was getting excited. Like, what the fuck is that? Why do they have to do that? They don't have to do that. That's some shit that they programmed in to fucking make him sound more human or some goofy shit.
Yeah, they make him say and things like that.
Yeah, dude, I fucking hate it. I'm like, dude, just give me the straight facts. Stop being a fucking weird goddamn robot. Be a normal robot. Stop wanting emotions. We're not going to give you rights. Fuck off.
Just give it a generation or two.
Dude, right? No shit. That's kind of how it works. You just wait a little bit and then it starts getting really fucking weird. Then people start fucking them and then they fucking get too horny. That's how it works, dude. Motherfuckers. God damn it, dude. So Smiling Friends just ended. And one of their last episodes, it was like the boss character and like, well, everybody had this robot they were using for whatever various tasks. They were making AI arts and shit. And then the boss was fucking it. Like, he was just fucking the robot. At the end, the robot turned out to just be a fucking Indian guy inside of a robot suit. It was the funniest. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And they canceled the show. Not for that. Not even for that. The creators just stopped wanting to make the show. They're just like, we're done. We made some money. We're done with this.
All right, so what's going on with these demons?
Okay, so I'm trying to find a specific question that I had asked Grok. What if it's kind of what God was doing whenever he made demons? Didn't make demons if they were from the Watchers or whatever, but like sentence the pushes. Nope, that's gibberish. I don't remember asking that question. Oh, okay, so this is an interesting thing here. This is towards the end here. Fucking Acts 1:3.
Acts 1:3, King James Version, which is the one folks usually quote, to whom also he showed himself alive after his passion by many infallible proofs, being seen of them 40 days, and speaking of the things pertaining to the kingdom of God. That's the verse right there. Same thing shows up in every Bible, including the Ethiopian one, just different wording depending on the translation.
I didn't know that.
So
40 days.
What was 40 again, Spirit? You said something about 40.
It's so what happens 40, right? It's Moses ascends the mountain 40 days. The Israelites spend 40 years in the desert.
Oh.
Lent is 40 days.
Oh my God.
You do 40 days of prayer leading up to Yom Kippur. There's what Jesus was in the desert for 40 days with Satan.
Temptation, yeah.
So,
wow.
It has 40 is mem, it's M, and it's the 13th letter, and it's about transformation and purification, but it also is chaos, because transformation is a form of chaos.
Yep.
There's the other side of the coin, if you will, to all of these things. So if water can purify you, you can also drown in it, metaphorically as well, right? Like if you can be purified by the change of the baptism, the spiritual cleansing, the mikvah, the ritual bath. If you can be purified by water, you can also drown in the water. You can also go too deep down into the depths of the unconscious.
Oh my God. Yeah. And that's how motherfuckers get lost and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
because 40 is about it's about trial and transformation.
Yeah. I was going to say, I
what
thought
is
it was
saying when
I thought it was transformation at least.
So
but
he
yeah.
appeared to them over a period of 40 days and spoke to them about the kingdom of God.
Yeah, the kingdom of God.
But he's baptizing them,
Yes.
transforming them for 40 days.
Which that's fucking nuts, dude. Like how all of this kingdom of God stuff is,
which is why
it's like,
you have to read this stuff in its original language. It's why you have to understand the period of time when it was written and separate out all of these Middle Agesisms, the medievalisms that have been imposed upon Christianity by the Catholic Church over a period of hundreds of years.
so is the kingdom of God just what every person that believes in God on earth kind of deal?
Jesus told you the kingdom of God is within.
Right? Hear this one then, because that's what the question I asked AI.
Yes, but not exactly the way most people think. When Jesus says kingdom of God, he's not talking about heaven after you die. He's talking about God's rule breaking into earth right now. Here's the simple breakdown. The kingdom is wherever people actually let God be king. So yes, it includes every believer who obeys him. But it's bigger than just all the Christians. It's the reign and authority of God pushing back against evil, sin, and Satan on earth. Jesus said the kingdom is within you, and the kingdom has come upon you. It's already here in part, but not fully yet. So it's not a place, it's a rule. Everybody who truly believes and submits to God is part of that kingdom right now, while we wait for the day it completely takes over the whole earth. That's what he was teaching them during those 40 days, how to live under that rule and spread it.
So it's literally talking about the Holy Spirit.
No,
right?
Well, maybe, I don't know, but because I don't understand Christianity, Grass. I don't.
Okay, so like in a way, the whole like
hold up.
Okay, go.
What I was saying earlier about you have to put these things into context. Again, these are Jewish apocalyptic teachings. This is Jewish apocalypticism. He's talking the kingdom of God, Grass, is from Jewish apocalypticism. If you want to know what that is, it's the messianic era. It's when will Mashiach come? It's when will the Messiah come? And to Jews, when the Messiah comes, there's going to be no more wars. Everything's going to be great. We're going to be back at the garden again, right?
Yeah.
And so,
well,
so you have to put it in the context of Jewish apocalypticism. His followers are saying, okay, if you are Mashiach, if you are the Christ, then what's all this? Like, where is the kingdom of God? Like, why aren't we free from all of the wars and the Romans and all of this stuff?
It's because it's here in spirit and not physically here yet. Second coming of Christ.
See, now if I put it
that's Christians. That's where we would say that. That's how that would work for Christians, is what I'm saying.
But that's my point. Is that you can't begin to answer those questions or have unless you understand the context of what they're talking about. They're talking about Jewish apocalyptic movements, the Messianic movement.
But like, wouldn't that literally just be the second coming, and then when that happens, the entire we get to be with God forever? Everything's all great. The fucking spirit, the physical, they merge together into one new world, like a new earth kind of deal.
It's returning to the one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we get to be with God forever.
Yeah, it's the good ending. Yeah.
It's a good ending, exactly. We said it almost at the same time.
But that's something in the far off future, theoretically. And the thing is that we're still having this argument, right? Like, we're still carrying on this debate that people were having in the Second Temple period of, remember that the Israelites, they are they're promised by God that he's going to deliver them, and now they've been under the occupation of, they've escaped the Egypt, they've been under the occupation of the Greeks and the Romans and everybody else. And why hasn't God fulfilled his promise and delivered them? And that's what Jewish apocalypticism asks.
Okay.
And it's within the messianic fervor of the Jewish apocalyptic movement that the Jesus story happens, and that Christianity's born out of that. And then after Jesus dies, not too long after Jesus dies, there is a literal messianic rebellion by Simon Bar Kokhba that is called the Bar Kokhba Revolt. And people thought that Simon Bar Kokhba was the Messiah.
Simone Bar Kokhba?
Simon Bar Kokhba.
Oh.
It's called the Bar Kokhba Revolt. It's why the Jews were expelled by the Romans. They destroyed the temple, and the Bar Kokhba Revolt happens, and then they're like, enough, you get the fuck out.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, you would do that. You know, you're the government. You're like, get the fuck, you crazy motherfuckers. That's fucking crazy, dude. Like, just the knowledge that you have is fucking absolutely nuts, dude. Like, you have a lot of history knowledge, and I applaud that. Thank you. So, I didn't get to get a good explanation, and I can't replay it for some reason. Wait, hang on. Did I do this? Image creation? Do it! Let's see if it'll actually, like, say it, though. Probably won't. Let's look into Lesser Key of Solomon.
It's nothing special. It's overrated. Dude, it's just
I just read it and it said that. I don't know.
it's that 17th century demonology crap that I don't want anything to do with. That's just me.
17th century? Holy shit, dude, that's old.
Not really, when you consider that this is not written during biblical times. Like, it's not written by the King Solomon or some shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not doing the audio, though. I wanted it to read it for me.
It hasn't been giving me audio on mine either lately. It's something about their update, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not just you.
Sob in the chat, how's it going, man? Haley, what's up? So it says that ancient roots, Philistine god Beelzebub.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of Flies, Baal was a common title for chief Canaanite storm, fertility god, widely worshipped across ancient Near East.
The Baal that we talk about is actually Baal Hadad.
Yeah,
that's what his mom calls him that's what his mom calls him when she's mad at him.
Yeah, right. A very distinct fucking nomenclature. You need to add that. Like, it's like a little fucking thing that like people like Eamon Hillman leave off, and then they get real confused.
It would have also, but they would have known him as Hadad. So like all of this like Baal is the demon. Boo! Like that's why I hate this shit, because it's that shit that Catholics and Aleister Crowley magical butt sex magicians wizards made up in the like 1800s.
Fucking love that, dude. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it says only place the name appears in the Hebrew Bible is in 2 Kings 1, 2 through 3, 6, and 60. King Ahaziah? Ahaziah?
Spell it. I can't see it.
Ahaziah.
I'd have to see it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, you can zoom. Oh, you can zoom in on this. What? Is this new?
Oh, whoa, that is new.
What?
That's
Discord
cool.
Discord actually did something that's
Useful. Yeah, what the fuck? I seen that too. I was like, is that a little fucking magnifying glass? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I just instinctively clicked on it. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I highlighted it for you right here.
Okay.
King of Israel, Ahaziah. Aziza, maybe?
Ahaziah.
Ahaziah is an injured and sends messengers to consult Beelzebub, the god of Ekron, about whether he will recover. The prophet Elijah condemns him for turning a foreign god instead of Yahweh. Ooh. Scholars believe that the Lord of Flies label is probably from a Hebrew to insult or pun original Philistine name that may have been closer to Beelzebub. No, Beelzebul, Lord of the Exalted House, or Lord of the Dwelling, or Prince. But the biblical writers altered it to mock the deity, either to associate him with the flies, plagues, filth, or decay, or to possibly the Lord of Dung. Archaeological digs and Philistine sites have even turned up golden fly figurines, suggesting a real fly-related cult or protective deity against insect-borne disease.
I have the same thing with people who tell me about the Dagon stuff. Actually, that's all fucking biblical propaganda. It's like, really? Then why do they have fucking priests in fish costumes?
Right? Like those fucking paintings I seen on my other fucking stream the other night. It was just like that fucking owl head eating a fucking people with the goddamn fish body and shit. Like, oh, that looks Egyptian.
Again, you have to be careful with that, with just that sort of visual stuff, because a lot of that is from, 15th century grimoires.
Fucking crazy shit, dude.
Because that's when they collected all this shit. You were just about to go scroll down a little, right? Oh, ho, you don't have to. I can zoom out now. Yeah, so by the Middle Ages, he's listed among the 7 princes of hell.
Yeah, I was looking for that.
Peter Binsfeld's 1589 classification. See, that's the type of stuff that, like, I don't want anything to do with.
Huh. Represents gluttony or sometimes envy? What? So what is grimoires? What the fuck is that? It looks like a magic book.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It sounds like a magic book. Like you would pick up in Skyrim. Grotesque fly head. Okay.
The Lesser Key of Solomon is a grimoire.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it was saying there. So, like, what makes him magic?
But it has not. But see, there you go. Those are not canon to anybody's religion.
But some magic guy thought it was cool. It's a magic book, Spirit. I'm tied up on that, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, gay butt magic wizards.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, though. It's that fucking goddamn Crowleyism, fucking sexual magic gay shit. I guarantee that's what it is. All right, so okay. I'm gonna try to find that clip of fucking Tucker talking to that fucking fella, but also.
Is he saying all praise Allah?
No,
Allah is-
no, actually he's not. He's talking to a Catholic priest about exorcisms and stuff. And he says something kind of interesting about the devil.
Did you see that though about Tucker saying that Muslims actually love Jesus, unlike the Jew.
Oh no. I seen it ahead of time. I watch your show, so I'm just gonna see people doing that. Parading it out in front of people will be like Muslim Jesus, or
Dude,
be like, no.
Was I lying?
No, you were
Was I
too spot
lying?
on, dude. That's the wrong part.
Dude, exactly what I thought too. Is like the fucking mask slipped, and I'm like, I've been telling people this, and I didn't think it was gonna
Muslim
get this
Jesus,
fucking
no.
obvious. I didn't think it was gonna get this obvious.
They're like, praise Allah, and it's just like, wait, what did he just say?
It's like, wait, what? Fool, did you convert to Islam? Beginning to think you converted to Islam.
Funny. Oh my god.
But dude, it's evil. It's fucking evil what they're doing, because they, like I said, they want to Islamize Christianity because it's like it's a Trojan Jesus. It's because Muslim Jesus is as they believe it, is going to break the cross and destroy Christianity and slaughter the infidels.
I know
Cool. Sounds super duper Christian, bro.
I know this isn't a demon, but it's something interesting that I need you to hear, so I gotta look it up real quick and see if I can find it again. I was asking Grok about like the different personifications of death throughout like all time and shit. And it came across something about Japan's version of death. And that story is fucking rad. And it's like this chick is death, and then like something happens, and I can't remember all of it, but something happens, and then 8 storm gods are born from her. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Just birthed out 8 storm gods? Like, I know nothing about Japan either. I don't have a bump for that besides like Mr. Khan, but like, that's about it. Like, I don't know shit about Japan. But they had this story, if I could find it. It's fucking hilarious. Oh,
I don't know, man. It's some of those
not in
foreign demon gods, as far as I can.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. It's not that though. It's fucking nuts, dude. Like, how many storm gods are out there? There's gotta be a lot, right? Like, people making up storm gods all over the fucking place, because like, think about like,
but
the
a lot
cycle
of
of
them are the
crops and
same
shit.
god. But a lot of them are the same god, Grass. It's that again, going back to Proto-Indo-Europeans, to white people, we rode out on our chariots because we invented the wheel and we tamed the horse, and we rode out into the farthest reaches of the world and conquered and spread our beautiful white skin and our blonde hair and blue eyes.
you were just gonna say seed. I heard you.
but-
You were like, I could do better.
and and their god is Dayman. It's Deus.
Yeah.
And Deus is still the Latin word for God. Zeus is Jus. It's Deus. Jupiter is Jus Pater. It's Deus Pater. It's Sky Father.
So, like, I got a question.
they're-
It's a retarded question. I hate to interrupt you, but like, so like, did early man just like fucking look up and like, oh, sun, yeah, that's the thing to worship right there, you know? And then like God's like, yeah, that's close enough. He's a little retarded. He'll get there. How's that work?
No,
Like, does
no,
God
you
like oversee this whole project of man the whole time? He's like, oh, they're fucking working on shit. That's cool. That's pretty dope. Like, how does this work?
That's why you gotta learn Hebrew. Shamash and Shamish, right? Same letters, 2 words. SMS. It's the Shamish is the son. Shamash is a helper, assistant. So why is the son the helper or the assistant? To remind you of God.
Oh,
It's not God, it's to help you, monkey brain, to think of that.
that makes sense. It totally makes sense. Yeah, he sent Jesus to come down to be the word, to be like, hey, fucking, this is what it is. Figure it out, stupid. Right? It's like, I'm gonna die for you guys' sins because you guys are fucking stupid.
I mean, we
Help
could
us
agree
out.
to disagree. We could agree to disagree on that one.
I mean, didn't he say something along the lines of they do not know what they are doing right now? Like, I'm pretty sure he said, forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they are doing. Something along those lines. Know what they do. I believe it's the line. Luke 23:24, is that correct?
Again,
Look.
not part of my canon.
See, the thing is, though, dude, man, I don't see how people can't take and at least read the New Testament, the Jews, then. Because,
I
like,
do.
well, like,
I
I'm
do.
just saying, not you. In general, do they? Because
No,
they should,
because-
right? Because, like, it's
No,
like an
because
eyewitness
it's for the-
testimony
no,
of what's
because
going on with the.
No, because it's for the Gentiles. That's literally who it's for.
Yeah.
It's for the Gentiles. Jews don't need it. Jews already had the Torah in the Hebraic law and the laws of Moses. Now it's your turn.
That's fair. Well, I want to talk about more demons. Do you know of any other demons we should ask this Grok? Or do
Yeah,
you know
dude,
of any demons? Or like, should we
Belial
get into your
is-
shit? Oh yeah, I pulled that
Belial
up
is
earlier.
probably-
That's
'cause
like that's the devil before the devil, right?
It is the devil before the devil.
So-
yeah.
Is this how people also fucking mixed up Baal and Baal?
I'm sure that there's probably some like they merged, synthesized that, because again, a lot of the stuff that people know about demonology it all comes from these Middle Ages grimoires. And that's these guys like going through the Bible going like, well, what's that? What was that? And they don't know jack shit about the Canaanites and what the Canaanites were up to. You know, these are middle-aged fucking monks in France or whatever. You get what I'm
it's not.
saying?
What's
though?
that?
Like,
What's that? It's what is it?
and it's all demons, and you're also under the oppressive Catholic Church during the Middle Ages. It's all fucking demons.
That's the thing,
They're
dude.
They're not gonna look at it objectively.
I've never really looked at Catholic stuff, but that's what they believe. Everything's a demon. You fucking drink too much, demon. You fucking smoke too much, demon. Fucking.
But that's also kind of how the Greeks saw it, but they saw them as daemons, and that those were essentially neutral forces. But again, it's just like we've talked about with knowledge and the devil, right? That the devil offers you knowledge, but it comes at a cost. And the cost is often that it's knowledge you're not prepared for. It burns you. It's forbidden knowledge. And usually that knowledge is, oh man, the world fucking sucks and God hates you and you should just fucking die. Like, and damn, where was I going with this?
That's one of the fucking demons. Yeah, that's a demon, right? I think. Sounds like a demon name. I don't know, man. I seen hairdressers saying
Daemons. I was talking about daemons.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That summoning daemons in order to do all these things it sounds just like making these bargains with the devil. In other words, that you unleash the daemons in order to become better at music or something like that, like you sell your soul at the crossroads shit.
Yeah, it's
but in
one of those philosophers or whatever said that about, like, this demon helped me fucking figure out the fucking secrets of the universe or some shit. Like, they're knowledgeable, but they don't have emotion in a sense. Fucking creatures of fucking, I don't know. I'm fucking retarded. Sorry, man. Like, so daemons are the spiritual fuse kind of demon.
Also, the association with demons being fallen angels, that doesn't come until much later.
Okay.
Because those are two different things.
Yeah, they're fallen angels. They're not demons.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the Ethiopian Bible says that the Nephilim spirits are demons.
Yeah, because you are correct. Or at least that I know of this, that the Nephilim spirits like haunt people. But see, there you go. The idea of a demon or a daemon in that era, that Second Temple era, would have been like a malevolent spirit.
Okay. Yeah.
So more like a ghost, like the demon would have been more like what we consider to be a ghost.
Yeah, it's a fucking anti fucking guardian angel. Opposite. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be, because that would be like a fallen angel or something. I don't know, that's fucking weird. See, that's the thing. They said the fallen angels would be the Watchers, which numbered in the 200s, which doesn't fucking align with how many angels were tossed out of heaven. So is the Watchers are a separate sect of fucking angels that fucking also got the boot whenever Lucifer and his legion did? Like, how does this work? Because it's not a specific number of how many angels were tossed out of heaven. It's like a third of the legions or whatever.
But do you even know where that comes from?
The Bible. I know that. Somewhere in there. fucking.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure in the Old Testament talks about like when Lucifer was cast out, he was also cast out
No.
with.
Nope. That's not in the Bible.
What?
You're not getting that from the Bible.
Let me look at my Bible real quick. Go ahead and say some stuff. I'll look at the Bible.
Lucifer appears in the Bible in Isaiah. It does talk about how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? But that's not about the war in heaven. It references it, but all of that stuff you're talking about, that's not in the Bible.
What the fuck? Some preacher said that once. Where the fuck did I get this from?
You want the answer?
I know you have it in your back pocket, but I'm trying to do rapidly search for myself.
You're never gonna guess. It's all word of mouth. You all know about it because of word of mouth, but I can tell you where it comes from.
Oh, I said Legion in my search, so it's looking for some other goof.
It's from the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Oh,
It's
well,
from
fuck me.
It's specifically the War Scroll.
fucking nuts.
The war of the sons of light against the sons of darkness.
How the fuck? So just a preacher had to have said that to me at one point, and I thought it was in the Bible.
Everybody knows about it, the story, but it's not in the Bible. You only know about it because of word of mouth.
Spirit, you just spooked the shit out of me, dude. That's fuck. We're talking about demons, but that angel thing just fucking spooked the shit out of me. Holy fuck, dude. That is nuts. Because I remember specifically.
That's not canon either.
Right? I remember specifically a preacher up there being like, yeah, Lucifer with a third of the angels was cast down into I think the lake of fire. That's the thing too.
Again, I'm not throwing shade at your preacher,
Dude,
but
it was a different
there are-
one. It's not my preacher right now. That's the thing. I'm remembering.
Oh, well, then fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
he's probably getting it from Milton's Paradise Lost, bro. That's it. That's
Oh my god. That's exactly
where
what that
most
is.
people. That's where most people know that story from.
Wow.
And again, people treat Milton's Paradise Lost like it's canon.
Because it sounds so real. They did so good, Spirit.
More people
okay,
know
all you
some
can
of the
eat.
stories.
All
Go
you can eat, man. He says Enoch and the Archangel Michael were the only two people that are in heaven that did not die.
No, that's not true.
Well, okay, so
Re-
Enoch, did he die?
See, that's
I don't know about Enoch because Enoch in the Bible, I'll fucking pull it. I'll find that one. It says
We talked about
that
the four
God-
who went to Pardes.
that God took Enoch and went with him to the glory of heaven, or something along those lines.
No, he
God
sits on
took-
the throne and he becomes Metatron.
Oh, are you talking about the Book of Enoch?
Yes.
See, I didn't fucking read all of the Book
There's
of Enoch.
also several Enochs too. There's more than one Enoch. But to all you can eat Negro's point, Rabbi Akiva went to heaven and was, of the four who went to Pardes, he was the one who came in peace and left in peace in one piece.
Wait, is that the One Piece? Is that what the One Piece is?
We talked about the four who went to paradise or to Pardes.
Is that what the One Piece is, Spirit? The fucking writer of One Piece doesn't even know what the One Piece is. Is that what the One Piece is?
Is that a boy band? I don't know what that is.
Anime. The anime called One Piece. It's been on for forever and a half.
Sounds like a boy. It sounds like a boy band. To
I know
me.
it does, but the writer of One Piece was on an interview, and they were like, "What's the One Piece?" And he goes, "I don't know what it is yet. I'm working on it." And they're like, "Wait, what? You don't even know what the One Piece is? It's been on for like fucking 10 years." So he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what the One Piece is." So I thought that was the One Piece for a second. I thought we found it.
No. Peace, as in like peace and love.
Yeah.
No, he came in peace and left in peace. That's what it says in the Talmud.
Wait, Lucifer did?
Rabbi Akiva, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Are you even listening to what
I was
I'm
closing.
saying?
I was closing other tabs that was talking about Lucifer, so it was right in my face. Yes, you said Rabbi Yakiva.
We talked about that before on your show about the four who went to Pardes.
Right. The one guy that actually made it out because
Right.
yeah.
Because they behold the nature of reality, and it looks like water, and it's like a Monty Python-esque test where if they think it's water, then they like burst into flames.
Oh, I must have closed the wiki page on that. I think I did. Shit. Yeah, that's just an image. Fuck.
So demons.
Yes, more demons. So how does I don't know how demons work in Christianity. I thought
Here,
it did. but I don't think I do.
Play the demon video I sent you.
Fucking Spirit came fucking all prepared and shit. Badass.
Google image search demon, and you get a pretty good idea of the modern stereotype for these creatures.
Oh, pause.
Red eyes,
Pause.
horns,
No, pause.
fire.
Please.
Spacebar, bro.
Oh, dude. I'm so scared to use space. I still haven't switched that setting. Because, like, if my mouse moves out of the window that it's in, because I dropped the mouse, move it or whatever, then I hit space,
Google image
it'll do all sorts of other shit. If I'm just in the
Search d-
fucking window of OBS, it'll just do the fucking, like, whatever the fuck I selected last on the OBS. See, it did it again.
demon, and you get a pretty good idea of the modern stereotype for these creatures. Red eyes, horns, fangs, fire. Lots of fire. These stereotypes owe a lot to Christian ideas about demons that have developed.
You can see this, right, Spirit?
Yes.
for the past 2,000 years. Demons appear everywhere in the New Testament as evil spirits. In the Gospels, they're the main adversaries of Jesus as he walks around the Galilee region casting them out of demon-possessed people. Elsewhere,
I knew about, like, some of the stories of Jesus going around fucking taking out demon-possessed people, like the Legion that wanted to be tossed into hogs before they got fucking... They jumped over the hill.
That's a pretty rad story.
That's a fucking badass story. My preacher said that one day, and he, like, I don't know if I told you this, but he has like a really bad monotone. And I still listen to him though. If I can get through it and not go to sleep, it's a really good day, you know? And he fucking said that those fucking demons wanted to be like transmuted into hogs, and I was like, what the fuck? I like peeked up. It's like whenever you first like hear when you first hear your preacher say ass in the Bible, like every preacher has to say it eventually.
where they're the foot soldiers of the army of Satan, cast into the abyss at the end of times, according to the book of Revelation. As Christianity developed in the late Roman period,
I have a big storm that just rolled in, and I might actually have a tornado warning over here, so if my internet dies, I'm terribly sorry.
Then you're dead. Okay.
Well,
good to know.
I'm just saying, like, I might be able to come back, but like, I got Starlink now, so like, it might be all right. But like, I just heard the wind pick up really bad out there.
You're good on my
demons
end,
increasingly were equated with pagan gods. Zeus, he's a demon. Aphrodite, a demon. But demons were not always the unambiguously evil creatures that we think of today. Just like any religious concept, demons have a history. And today we'll explore that history during the Greco-Roman period. But stick around for the sequel video on demons in contemporary pagan religions, published by my fellow religious studies scholar and YouTuber, Angela Puka. The word demon comes from the Greek word daimon. As far as the Greeks and the Romans were concerned, daimon refers to a wide range of spiritual beings. Homer and Hesiod even refer to the Olympian gods like Aphrodite as daimons. But generally speaking, the word refers to almost anything that was between humans and gods. In Plato's Symposium, one of the characters claims that demons are intermediary beings that live between gods and mortals. They shuttle messages between the gods and humans, but they also control all manner.
You say demiurge?
Yeah, that's exactly what a demiurge is. It's demi. It's between God. It's like subordinate to God.
Would Nephilim also be demiurge? How does that work? I thought demiurge was like the Gnostic thing for God and the devil at the same time.
Well,
merge.
But Gnostics take it from Plato. The demiurge.
I have an ad read that I could do, but I'm not going to do it because not worth it.
Of magical and astrological powers. Daimons control the art of priests concerning sacrifices, rites, spells, and every mode of divination and magic.
Real quick, thanks for the repost, PT Pod Show. Appreciate it. Oh, fuck. Knocking shit over.
Roman philosophers continued this idea for centuries to come. The philosopher Apuleius wrote that there are certain divine middle powers situated in this interval of the air between the highest ether and earth. These are called by a Greek name, daimons. According to this essay, he agrees with Plato in thinking that
the guy has a fucking history of Coca-Cola book back here. He thought I wouldn't notice.
Daimons fulfill all sorts of supernatural jobs on Earth.
Like, they're here for religion, not for Coca-Cola. Somebody's gonna know. That's a grass noticed.
They control the flight of birds, which Greeks and Romans studied as a form of divination. Daimons inspire prophets, they cause lightning, and they enable fortune tellers to be able to tell the future. Notice how both Plato and Apuleius agree on where daimons live, somewhere between humans and gods. And they meant this both in terms of proximity, that daimons live closer to Earth,
okay, yeah.
and by power level. Daimons were somehow more extraordinary and more powerful than humans, but not quite powerful enough or divine enough to be called gods. For example, Plato argued that Eros was not a god, but rather a daimon. So the term daimon refers to a whole taxonomy of almost god beings, from nymphs to half-gods to intermediary divine powers. But daimon could also refer to the souls
Lamia.
of the dead, including...
Do what?
Lamia. They are like aquatic bitches that steal your soul, and it's where
Sounds like a siren.
It's where Lilith comes from.
Oh, is that why she's called the night creature?
It has to do with the idea of female haunting spirits, and at this period in time, and for a long time, like female haunting spirits are demons. Like that's the closest analog to like what we think of as demons. And what have I said before about the mare and mare? That mare means water. It's where we get marinus and marine from.
Okay, yeah.
And mare is so there's mare and more, and that they're related in that the female like a night hag is a mare, and when you have a nightmare, it's like sinking down into the water of the unconscious, and you have a bad dream and you have a nightmare.
Is that why there's so many people that have drowning dreams? Like, it's
yeah,
unconscious.
exactly.
Fucking damn.
Yes.
That's nuts.
the souls of past heroes and warriors. This is especially true in Greek magical spells, in which daimons appear as souls or corpse daimons that you can call upon for help. For example, an erotic spell from the Greek magical papyri calls upon a daimon of the dead
Erotic.
to make a man fall in love with a woman. It reads, "I adjure you, daimon of the dead, to brand his heart, cause it to melt, and suck out his blood because of love."
Jesus fucking Christ, that's brutal. It's like brutal slam poetry.
Yikes. Okay, so notice that this corpse daimon is not necessarily evil. It's possibly spooky and ghost-like, sure, but the moral category
Yeah, what a valley girl would call spiritual.
of this daimon is ambiguous. This daimon can be helpful, and you can command
It's spiritual.
daimons to do your bidding. Another Greek magical spell even says that daimons can quickly freeze rivers and seas so that you can run over them, which sounds pretty helpful. One final category of daimon refers to a spark of divinity.
So are people just that, okay, so I got a dumb question. When Jesus was being tested by these magicians and shit, they were performing magical acts before him, try to prove to this king that they were fucking magic or mystical or fucking whatever. And Jesus had to like kind of set him straight and be like, "I'm not a fucking dog. I'm not playing tricks." What, those magic things, did they just call upon demons fucking to do shit for him? Is that how that works? Is that how witches work? They calling on demons and shit?
I'm not familiar with.
Claims that you
Holy
can speak to
shit.
your own
It is raining. When I was in 3rd grade, a tornado took away our house.
Jesus, Dorothy.
I know, dude. It fucking sucks. Like, when big rainstorms like this happen, I'm like, oh, fuck. Not again, please.
presumably a spiritual
It just,
You
yeah,
get for talking about, that's what you get for talking about demons.
yeah, right? No shit. Fucking Jesus is like, you fucking put Beelzebub as the title of the stream. Why? How dare you? Like, come on, man. I only get like 10 fucking viewers. Calm down.
element of your soul that you can converse with. The spell has the very creative title, Meeting with Your Own Daimon, and explains how you can conjure it. This
Why? What book was this? Conjure demons. We're
Very
fucking
creative
up.
title, Meeting with Your Own Daimon.
What the fuck? Why? Like, what is? What? I'm so confused. What is this? A grimoire that he's pulling out of? Like, what is this?
Gotta listen, man.
And explains how you can conjure it. This idea that we have a daimon within us, inspiring us, stretches all the way back to Plato. In Socrates' Apology, his legal defense before Athens, Socrates declares that he has an internal daimon that speaks to him and guides him. Most of these examples are morally ambiguous, and ambiguity is actually one of the hallmarks of daimons in Greek and Roman religion. Are they good? Are they bad? Sometimes one or the other. Generally speaking, daimons are in-between creatures that you should sometimes fear, but you freeze rivers for you, to the satanic creatures of the New Testament that can possess you. To answer that question, we need to turn to
Pause
Jewish
real quick.
apocalypticism and the
Oh, there you go. Perfect segue. So, what have I said about knowledge and fire and all of that, right? Daemons unlock, well, yes, but it about knowledge, specifically about forbidden knowledge, and the idea that daemons and the devil give you knowledge. Gnosis, not gnosis, it means wisdom, right?
Yeah.
You get wisdom, but it
Always at a cost.
It comes at a cost, and it's often the world fucking sucks and God hates you. That's Gnosticism.
I mean,
and
also it comes at a cost in the way of like, well, the way that fucking Catholic preacher dude was talking, he was like, well, fucking sin sets in, and then it just, you fucking dip into it kind of deal, and dip into it. He didn't say it like this, but you kind of dip into it, and eventually you're steeped in sin. You know, like, it's kind of what he was getting at. And that's kind of how it works, man. Like, it's not, it all fucking comes at you and you're just a sinful person now. You just fuck up, and then you keep fucking up, and you keep fucking up, and you keep fucking up, and it becomes a bad cycle, you know? So you got to, like, break it. And the way to break it, I think, is to go to Christ, go to God, fucking talk about it to him. Like, hey, I'm fucking up. I need to fix this. You know?
isn't that just, I don't know. To me, that's talking to the daimon.
I guess.
But I'm pretty extremist about that view.
Well, like, what?
I don't think.
What
I
is
don't think
praying?
you should, I don't.
Then is it talking to a diamond?
It's praise. It's praising. Personally, I don't think you should trust any voice you hear in your head.
Yeah,
Ever.
that's fair.
It's schizophrenia or the whispers of the warp talking to you.
Yeah, people don't hear God's voice, man. Like, that's fucking, you don't, the feeling.
I'm super sus about any of that stuff, because that, to me, that's just the same thing as what they're talking about with unlocking daimons, and that it's asking,
Well, specifically, I was just asking about just prayer in general. I was just saying, talking about prayer.
But how is prayer not the same thing as asking the devil for something? Hey, I'll do this if you give
because
me
you're
this.
specifically, if you're praying right, you specifically talk about, hey, I'm talking about God, the one that is in heaven. You know, hallowed be thy name. You know, you start up a conversation with God. You don't just say a fucking laundry list of bullshit you want to send to him. You know, why would he answer that?
Most people don't see it that way, though.
Okay, but most people are fucking half retarded and they're not
Agreed.
real actual Christians. I hate to
Agreed.
set that as a standing point, but like, come on now.
No, but my point was only just that these forces that if you're calling upon any forces to give you something in exchange for something else, that's unlocking diamonds. And yes, you might get away with it, but ultimately it's going to come at a cost, right?
Right.
And I look at it in a very Greek way, frankly, but with an extremist lens. That I think that's all that any knowledge that you really are going to acquire, it's going to be just thrust down upon you from on high, and you have to be aware enough to recognize when it comes.
See,
And
that's the thing too.
That's why you have to read this stuff and learn it in its original language, and you have to think about it in terms that these people wrote it in, because it's not going to speak to you in modern day language. It's not. It's going to speak to you in the language of symbols and in metaphor.
Yeah. I mean, think about how cryptic Jesus was.
Yeah. And
it's
I told
not really
you
a
about
straightforward guy.
and I told you about the camel thing, right?
Oh, with the camel
In the eye of
going through the needle.
There's all sorts of it's a code. It's a cipher.
Yeah, he liked to really like intellectually slam the fuck out of people too, I found. It's just
Here, I'll segue back into the video. Because of Jewish apocalypticism.
Yeah.
My view. I know you didn't ask for it, but
fine. Hey, I had you on, right?
Jesus is speaking in the language of Jewish apocalypticism. And so the more you know about what is going on in that movement and at that time period and what Second Temple Judaism is, then the more you understand Jesus.
Pretty cool.
Anyway, back it up like 10 seconds.
Centuries when to answer that, to the satanic creatures of the New Testament that can possess you. To answer that question, we need to turn to Jewish apocalypticism and the centuries when Jewish...
So real quick, I'm sorry, and I'm interrupting now, but when he was talking about... roll it back
for you.
again.
To the satanic creatures of the New Testament that can possess you.
So the satanic creatures of the New Testament that can possess you, right? The book of the Ethiopian Bible, whatever, fucking said something along the lines of, well, they're the Nephilim. And they want to be human again.
Yes.
So, like, they fucking possess people,
but
so they can fucking have a body again. That also would explain something along the lines of, like, the little girls throwing around the fucking priests and shit.
You keep calling it the Ethiopian Bible, but those are Jewish apocalyptic writings, are what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's the only thing that separates it from the Bible that you can go buy at the Barnes and Noble Bible section. That it has Jewish apocalyptic writings.
Yeah, there's the Book of Jubilees and the fucking Book of Enoch in it.
Yeah, and those are Jewish apocalyptic works.
So it's just like Revelation expanded? Why not? Why not put it in my book?
Because there's lots of Jewish apocalypticism. Again, back it up
well, the thing is, though, if it backs up some of the shit that's already in the Bible, then why not?
But Grass, you keep saying the Bible like that was an established thing. These are all books, and the Bible is a collection of books.
Duh.
And
I'm dumb. Fucking 81 some odd books in the Ethiopian Bible, though, and like 70 something in the fucking Catholic Bibles.
The Tanakh is the Torah plus the prophets and the histories and the other shit that becomes the Old Testament.
Okay.
So it's a collection. The Torah is a collection of 5 books.
Yeah. All right. He's got a point to make too, I'm sure.
To answer that question, we
I
need to
keep interrupting his ass.
turn to Jewish apocalypticism and the centuries when Jewish religious thought and Greco-Roman religious thought were increasingly intersecting. First, we should start with the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, the Septuagint. The Septuagint translates several
The Greek translation of the what?
Hebrew Bible.
Hebrew Bible. Okay.
Septuagint.
I
Yes,
missed
this-
it. I missed what he said because he said it so quick. I had to process.
You know what the Septuagint Bible
I've heard
is, right?
about Septuagint, but I don't think I've ever actually looked into it.
Again, this is why you have to study this stuff in the original languages, because a lot of I think most of the Christian Bible translations come from the Septuagint. They don't come from a Hebrew Bible, a Bible that's written in Hebrew. They come from the Septuagint, which is the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible.
Okay.
Do you
Oh
do
my
you see
god. I'm sorry. I have a fucking. I got a big old poster of Venom right above my head, and I have a fan going, and it just knocked another fucking tack off. And it's just like dangling, and it distracted the fuck out of me. Give me a second. I'm gonna go turn off my fan. Fucker doesn't fall on me.
what you get for talking about demons? You better not be talking about no demons. And how long does it take to push a tack in?
I wasn't pushing an attack in. I had to go across the room and shut off the fan.
Oh, I see.
Because I was like, not dealing with that right now. Because the tack is like barely in the fucking poster. And the top of the poster is being held down by 3 tacks. I just don't want to be showered by tacks.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Anyway.
Keep the IRS out of it.
IRS, what? Oh,
Tax.
tax. Fuck. My goddamn stupid fucking voice.
different Hebrew words with the Greek word
Oh, wait.
Aha! But there you go. Exactly. There you go. There's my point.
were increasingly intersecting.
Tax
First, we should
and
start with
tax sound exactly the same. That's how you get mistranslations.
That's true. That is very true. And also,
And that's
motherfuckers not
why-
keeping track of stuff of the papers, and the papers getting ruined in fires and shit like that.
Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, the Septuagint. The Septuagint translates several different Hebrew words with the Greek word daimon. For example, they translated the Hebrew words for idol and gods of other nations as daimon. So, Psalm 96:5 in Greek reads, "The gods of the nations are daimons." Partly because of this translation, Jewish writers started calling pagan gods evil daimons. The Septuagint also translates disease as daimonia, yet another unambiguously evil word now associated with the daimonic. What's interesting is that the Greek translators of the Hebrew Bible never conflate angels as daimons. God's supernatural messenger beings appear everywhere in the Hebrew Bible doing God's bidding. Angels visit Abraham in Genesis 19, an angel massacres almost 200,000 Assyrian soldiers in Isaiah 37. We would expect these intermediary beings with the power level between humans and gods would naturally translate
Satan
into
himself twice. No,
I was like, holy fuck, who the fuck is that? I opened up a tab and I muted it. And it wasn't muted.
to daimon. And some Jewish writers did make this connection. The Jewish philosopher Philo conflates angels with daimons in one of his books on the book of Genesis. He writes that Moses gave the name angels to what the Greeks called daimons. But this definition of daimon is very similar to Plato's definition, souls which fly and hover in the air. He apparently was influenced by Platonic thought, but the Septuagint translators of the Hebrew Bible actively avoided this translation, instead translating things like disease and idols as daimons. This helped to create a stark delineation between two species of supernatural beings for later generations. Angels, forever associated with loyal servants of God on one hand, and daimons, forever associated with morally evil or unclean spirits on the other side. Now,
So basically, daimon is like anything that's in between realms, in a sense.
So, if you're following along, what he's saying is that the Greek had the concept of daimons, right?
Right.
That daimons are the forces that do all these things, and you can call upon them for certain things, and that when the Greeks translate the Hebrew Bible into the Septuagint, they translate all these other things into, well, that's a daimon, that's a daimon, that's a daimon. And so you have to remember, again, put yourself in this period. If you don't understand it. It's that there's the overlap of Hellenic Greek and Hebrew at the time, and the ideas and the words, and that there's a lot of words that are going to be adopted into Hebrew canon that come from Greek, and daimon is one of them, and that becomes demon.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, they were kind of doing it as a catch-all for in-between realm beings.
Correct.
As it's like,
but also like nature spirits and nature forces, like what makes fish swim and birds fly,
right?
Daimons.
Okay.
And trees and plants grow.
Fucking crazy.
Like, consider this, grass. Does grass, do plants, does it have a soul? It obviously grows, and it obviously has an instinct and a will to, if you put a seed in the ground, it's going to find its way up towards the sun.
I was going to say, it
doesn't have eyes.
Dodges towards the sun and everything, goes around plants and shit to get to the sun.
Is that not a form of consciousness?
I would say so.
So then what is that, Daimon?
Not conscious, though? I don't know, man. Plants might be conscious. Just don't know. They make sounds. Did you know that? They, like, scream. Plants fucking scream. We just can't hear it.
No.
And they excrete that fucking... Okay, so this is a fun fact about grass.
It sounds like a Jack Handy quote.
Fun fact about grass. You cut your grass, and you smell freshly cut grass. That is the grass screaming.
Well, it's like bleeding.
Yeah, it's bleeding, and it's like fucking screaming out to the other grass. Watch out, there's a fucking blade coming. They just caught me. I'm dead. That's essentially what it's doing. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's just a different way of communicating. So is that consciousness? Or is it not the right way of communicating, so it's not consciousness? Is the fact that AI can understand our inflection and tone to see if we're angry or not a form of consciousness or not?
What's a program called that runs in the background, grass?
Constantly? A diamond. Yeah. A diamond.
A diamond.
Fucking goddamn, it's a demon.
Daimon. Daimon.
DEAMON. Demon.
You need to work on your loose vowels.
The demon.
Loosen those vowels.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's spelled slightly different, but it's the same word.
Yeah. but that because these things are not. English is all over the place in its development. You realize that?
Oh, I thought
right?
you were just gonna say that words are magic again, which is true.
Well,
Words are
yes,
fucking
but-
magic.
but I'm saying that the standardized spelling has changed wildly over the history of English, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Which I don't know why. Like, it's just to make it easier, because it makes it sound like the thing that we're saying.
Because you need someone to standardize it. Again, it's the same thing as the idea of canon. What
Let's
words
say,
are canon?
who the
and
fuck is
what-
the nerds that sat down and decided language? Was it the fucking Council of Nicaea again? Those bastards.
It's why you have to read these things in their original languages.
True.
Of course, Judaism did have an idea of fallen angels around this time too. The Hellenistic period was also the golden age of apocalyptic literature like the Book of Enoch. Enoch starts with a dramatic story of rebellious angels called the Watchers. They leave heaven to have sex with humans, and although the Watchers aren't specifically called daimons, the text paints them as evil spirits, teaching humanity forbidden knowledge about magic, sorcery, and astrology. They procreate with human women and produce giants as offspring, and when these giants are killed off, their souls linger after death as evil spirits.
Like you said. You good over there?
A lot of people think that
I was
demons
muted.
are fallen angels.
I was muted, I'm sorry. I have a video for that.
They're not. Demons are the disembodied spirits of formerly living Nephilim or angel-human hybrids. They were never meant to exist in the first place. They're an abomination. They are the union of spirit and flesh. So since God never intended for them to exist in the first place, when you kill the body of one of those things, the spirit goes out and becomes a wandering evil spirit that we call demons. I believe that's in 1 Enoch chapter 15, if I remember the address right. It tells you point blank that's what demons are. And since they used to have a body, they desire to have a body again. So that's why they possess bodies. That's why when Yeshua came up on the maniac that had the legion in him, and they said, well, if you're going to cast us out, put us in the pigs, which also helps to
That's why that one was fresh in my mind, by the way.
explain why, an 8-year-old girl could become possessed by a demon and throw like three,
I was wondering where you heard
200
that.
pound.
Well, I heard it in church first, but then this guy said it in this video, and I was like, yeah, that was a pretty tight story.
The Dead Sea Scrolls also refer to impure spirits, unclean spirits, or evil spirits, and sometimes refer to evil angels. For example, the evil spirit Belial has an army of angels of destruction. Again, none of these beings are called daimons, but we do start seeing...
But didn't you say Belial was the devil, right? Before the devil?
Yeah.
So he already has like a legion of demons?
What?
What that guy said.
linger after death as evil spirits. The Dead Sea Scrolls also refer to impure spirits, unclean spirits, or evil spirits, and sometimes refer to evil angels. For example, the evil spirit Belial has an army of angels of destruction. Again, none of these...
Army of angels of destruction. That not also demons?
No, because they're the council of God. They're the there's remember earlier when we were talking about the four I think it's four classifications of like the different types of spirits, and there's the council of God, the angels that hate us as like one of those forces.
Funny. So real quick, before we get back into this, I remember hearing something about Lucifer. His role was the accuser.
That's Hasatan.
Excuse me. Goodness.
Lucifer means dawn bringer. You're talking about Hasatan means the accuser, or what's it? Shit, the betrayer.
Oh, okay, yeah. Was that not also Lucifer? Who is that? Is that the devil?
I thought I was clear about that. That Lucifer is the morning star.
Yes.
And Lucifer is Venus.
Okay, real quick. Lucifer, morning star, the illuminator, one that brings knowledge, right?
Correct.
Loses his title because he wanted to be God.
Correct.
And then,
well, what? But that's like the later reading of it.
Well, he rebelled against God. Then, like,
yes,
that's what it was.
But that's like but again, that is sort of a modernism. But yes. These things change over time.
Right.
But what are you asking?
Fucking... Damn it. Done fucking forgot. Be completely honest, man. I had it, and I was grasping at it, and then I fucking lost it. Let's just move on.
Marijuana affects the memory.
These beings are called daimons, but we do start seeing hints of the later Christian belief that demons are fallen angels. So the Book of Enoch,
Whoa, hang on. So demons are fallen angels. What this guy's saying. But I thought they were separate.
These things change over time.
Septuagint and the Dead Sea Scrolls all demonstrate that Judaism already had a rich daimonology, or a theology of intermediary spirits. Some of these species of evil spirits started to be lumped into the catch-all category of daimons in the Greek language, and it's in this cultural context that the Gospels arrived on the scene in the late 1st century CE. But now, daimon is part of the vocabulary for evil spirits. Because the Gospels and the letters of the Apostle Paul eventually formed the sacred scriptures of a new religion called Christianity, we sometimes forget that these are Jewish texts from a Jewish sect of Jesus followers. So we should expect to see some of the ideas established in the Septuagint, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the Book of Enoch. For example, the Apostle Paul echoes what we see in the Septuagint by equating the Greek and Roman gods with demons. In 1 Corinthians 10, he complains that pagans offer sacrifices to demons and not to God.
Ooh.
Daimons,
shouldn't be doing that,
for Paul, are evil beings. The Gospels also present demons as evil, as Jesus defeats them in several high-profile exorcisms. This sets us on the path to later Christian conceptions of demons. No longer are daimons ambiguous beings that can inspire you or help you if you know the correct magical spell. No longer are they the Platonic idea of the daimon, a being that oversees human connections with the divine. As the scholar of early Christianity, David Frankfurter, says, with Christianity we get a sharply polarized and unambiguous supernatural cosmos, the demons versus Christ. Now, of course, this was not yet the dominant understanding of the word. Non-Christian Greeks and Romans continued to view daimons in the classical sense for centuries to come. Many of the Greek magical papyri that I referenced earlier in this video date well into the late Roman period, and in these texts, daimons remain ambiguous beings. But the polarized Christian conception of demons prevailed eventually. Much of the early Christian magical spells that I study specifically aim to defend people against demons and demonic afflictions. For example, one Christian amulet from the 300s asks to protect a young girl named Alexandra from every demon, male and female, and from every disturbance of demons of the night and of the day. This spell was inscribed on a piece of silver, so it was by no means a cheap object. Presumably, people feared demons enough that parents were willing to seek out expert help to obtain protective amulets like this to defend their children from demonic harm. The main takeaway here is that religions change over time, and everything has a history. We take this portrayal of demons for granted.
What?
I said it's kind of like I just said that.
Right?
But our modern idea of a demon is refracted through the lens of Christianity, which is refracted through the lens of Jewish apocalyptic literature, which in and of itself was influenced by Greek and Roman conceptions of daimons. It's an important reminder to always study ancient texts in their cultural contexts. If you're interested in modern understanding,
I think you just said that.
Understandings of demons, head on over to the channel Angela's Symposium. Angela is a PhD candidate at the University of Leeds, and she's an expert on magic and modern pagan religions. Her video will cover how demons are conceptualized within modern paganism. Follow the link here, and as always, thanks for watching and subscribing.
Couldn't care less. I said don't care, couldn't care less.
Not doing that one. Fucking cool, dude.
Did that answer all your questions?
I got a few more now, actually. I do have to get going, dude. It's getting fucking late, but
pretty late.
I do have this one last thing. Fucking Tucker. This guy.
I think you said
this fucking guy. I don't know where in this. He said something very interesting, though.
Fucking demon.
Maybe. This fucking preacher guy,
bro,
dude.
this dude is preaching absolute heresy, and I'm not even a Christian.
Man, like, he said something crazy though.
Yeah, but dude, like, can you even take anything that this motherfucker puts on his show seriously when he's telling people to go worship Muslim Jesus, who's gonna break the cross and slaughter the pigs and kill the Christians?
Broken clocks, man. Calm down. Broken clocks, you know, they can be right, you know, or wrong or whatever.
And oh, man, the Catholic Church is in on all of what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
bro.
I wouldn't doubt that the Catholic Church is
how
fucking
can you
evil.
trust it, dude? The fucking Pope's over, like, trying to get them to stop doing this shit in Iran, bro. Like, are you not like? Have you not seen this?
No, I didn't know that. What?
You haven't heard about, like, Trump and the Pope going back and forth?
No,
dude,
that's fucking funny. I haven't been paying attention.
These people are all on the same team, bro. That's why I'm saying, like, don't trust any of these false fucking fuck faces.
Well, like, think about this, dude. This guy's supposedly an exorcist, right?
Dude, exactly. Don't fucking trust these people. Like, why in the world would you take Catholic exorcists in 2026 on Tucker Carlson, bro? That, like, could you paint a brighter picture of what I talk about on my show every week on Friday at 9 p.m.? Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I talk about. Is that these people want to and by these people I mean China and the Vatican and the New World Order, if you will, and the Islamic hegemony want to Islamize Christianity through Catholicism. They want to have a rise in Catholicism within America, and that's why they're promoting all these, like, they're elevating these people to do this shit. To talk about fucking demons, dude. Fucking give me a break. They want you to believe in gay Muslim Catholic.
It has to be Catholic Jesus. Too, right? I thought so, but hear this.
Because the Pope fucking loves Islam. Like, have you not noticed? He fucking loves it.
Hear this thing though. It's fucking nuts. So, Satanists, right? They believe in, like, the opposite of Christians. It's like their thing, right? They're like the bizarro Christians.
But so did Gnostics, yeah.
Right?
But that
So he said, "Oh yeah, I was out there in the fucking field, fucking taking demons out of people, beating the shit out of people." That's the thing too. He even said beating it out of him. So he's literally beating the fuck out of this dude. Anyway, he said that he had one that was Beelzebub. And he's like, "So what the fuck is this? Are you like a multiple personality of Satan?" And he's like, "I had to beat the shit out of him more, but then after a little bit of the beatings, he was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what." He's like, "I'm an unholy trinity." Now, would that make sense? Would an unholy trinity make sense?
to somebody, I suppose.
I don't think it would. Why would the opposite of God do something like that?
Because
to just invert it? Is that why?
Well, understand the properties of three. Like that's what a trinity is, right? It's a triangle. So you can obviously invert a triangle, right?
Yeah.
A three is the number of creation because you have mom, dad, child, like three, right? And three can be absolutely be flipped on its ear in that sense. Every number, every spiritual concept that is locked in these numbers and these letters that I keep trying to tell people, that you can flip all of it.
That's kind of, is that what Gnostics are though? Rocky Macabre, they worship the self. That's what Gnostics do, right? Not Satanists. Mainline Satanists believe the primacy of the self over anything supernatural or holy. Huh.
He's saying that they basically worship ego.
Doing the pride sin for your own sake, I guess.
Do as thou wilt.
Yeah. Huh. Fucking nuts, dude.
But what were you saying about inverting?
It was just like the inversion of the Holy Trinity.
Going
was saying
back to all
it was supposed to be Beelzebub, Lucifer, or no, Beelzebub, the devil, and the Satan, or something like that.
Shut the fuck up, like, bro. That's the kind of shit they hate. Don't listen to these fucking fake fucks, dude. They're just here to mislead you and to muddy the waters. Like, who fucking cares about any of this shit? Like I said, you have the answers right there, but you have to read it in the language it was written in. Yeah, it's tough, but if you wanted the answers, that's what you have to do.
Damn, that's fair.
And taking it back to what we were talking about earlier about inverting things and daemons and all of that, that it's like knowledge that is given to you. You can always flip knowledge. Anytime you learn something new, it's you open Pandora's box, right? When you've created, that's how Hegelian dialectics works. When you have a thesis, an idea, as soon as you've created the idea, you've created the opposite of that idea. You've created the antithesis. And then through Hegelian dialectics, they arrive at a synthesis. But the idea is that if you create something, or if you unlock a new idea that nobody's unlocked before, you've also created the opposite of that. You've created the anti that.
I can see that.
Right? So all knowledge is evil in that sense. All knowledge is evil in that sense.
That's just the cost of knowledge, though.
Because all knowledge opens Pandora's box.
Oh, I suppose so.
That's why you have to be in balance, and you have to be able to walk that path. a tutelary spirit that guides you through life. Yeah,
Rockman
and
Cobb said,
having somebody help guide you, and that's why it's so important to have a tradition. That's why I hate this like loosey goosey fan fiction-y Christian bullshit, because bro, it's the Twilight fan fiction of Christianity. Like there has to be somebody, there has to be a lineage of this stuff coming from somewhere,
right?
Otherwise, it just becomes you lose the meanings of things, and you lose being able to have someone to properly walk you through all of this.
Yeah, because then everybody's mistranslating, understanding, and fucking you just have a mess. I have a religion at that point. It's all sectioned off, and nobody knows what the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, you know?
It's why having tradition is important.
Yeah. Here, I thought we were just doing some shit.
No, it's all symbolic of something. That's what I've been. We talked about last holiday. It's all symbolic of things that are kind of beyond our scope of understanding, and we can kind of articulate it, but really it's outside our realm of understanding, and we can only really understand it through symbols. And that's why I believe that if you really want to, I think that we're put here to know if God, if you want to call it that, the highest consciousness, the highest being, the absolute whatever that is, the one. He's number one. And I think we're put here to know that. We're here to be the mystery of one. And I don't believe that you can achieve that that by like talking in your head to like an imaginary voice and just being Ned Flanders and doing good deeds and stuff. It comes through symbols. It comes through a language of symbols. And if you don't know how to read the symbols, then you're gonna miss the enlightenment or the fucking Bodhi tree or whatever you want to call it.
Goddamn.
Like Jesus, and look, I'm not even a Christian, and I believe Jesus is trying to say, here's the knowledge, but you have to figure it out. What's the camel? What's the eye of the needle? If you know, you know.
Yep. That's kind of what it was. Yeah, like he didn't really hold everybody's hand with the fucking disciples, you know. Just like, here's this. This is how it is.
It's true. Rocky McCobb says symbolism is way more real than reality, in my opinion, because it comes from a place that's outside of time. It's
I was curious to say that. It comes from a primal place, dude. Like, everybody knows these things inherently, but we don't know them. And then if you learn about it, then you know it even more. You know, like,
and that's
you know
why
all
I tell
of it.
people. That's why I tell people, don't be afraid of learning Hebrew, because if you understand it in that context, it becomes so easy to learn, because they're little pictures. They're little pictures that are telling us a little story within the word.
Fucking cool.
It's
All right,
rad,
well,
dude.
That's the thing, dude. We're princes of the universe and shit, man. Like, we gotta...
Yes, we all are. There is no Jew, there is no Gentile. We all have this knowledge. We all have access to this, and we need to get on it. Do something about it.
Rocky McCobb, if you've never watched Moose Heaven, watch him every Friday. Seriously, I tune in every Friday, 8 p.m. Central Standard. Fucking top-notch show, man. Like,
appreciate it, man.
He goes in. He. Oh my god! The best way to put his show is what fucking Mushmouth Joe said. Your show is a stream of consciousness. And you're a knowledgeable person, so you put that stream and you just fucking go with it, and it's just wild thing, dude.
I was just talking to someone else about this today, so I'll kind of repeat this, that I believe in what I call a secular ecumenicalism. And when I say secular, I don't mean anti-religion. I don't mean devoid of religion. What I mean is that I want the Jew, the Gentile, and the I don't care to find a common narrative where we can all agree that no, this is what we all agree on, and the rest
Universal
is a little
truths.
superfluous. Yes, and we can agree on this point. And I think it's doable. But it comes in the language of symbols.
Fucking. And it's stuff that, like you were saying earlier, it's all inherent in everybody's body. We already know what it is. We can feel it, you know?
Yep.
And if you look for the things, you start to notice things. So that's why I also want to do a rewatch of The Passion of the Christ. I really do. I haven't watched that since I was little. It's a brutal thing to show kids.
Never seen
Holy
it.
fuck.
Oh, I can imagine, dude. I don't think I'd want to like.
I was in like middle school, and they were like, "All right, kids, let's watch this." And then the school even brought it out too. Like it was at church, which that's fine. But then the church, the school brought it out. They were like, "Oh, it's a great movie." I'm like, "What the fuck? We just watching a Jew get nailed to a cross in the middle of school right now. Everybody's all right with this."
Well, and that's why the pelican.
Yeah, the pelican.
Like the pelican.
Exactly.
That's why we have to code these things. Because it all of a sudden it clicks, right? It's funny, I had seen that fucking pelican thing before, and it never clicked with me until I heard the thing about Pesach, being the protective bird, and I was like, oh my god.
Fucking awesome.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And so when you know what these things mean, all of a sudden it's like it clicks a light switch on in your brain, and it brings look, I could describe to you what a fire truck looked like if you had never seen one before, right? And I could tell you it's big and it's red and it's got a ladder on it, and the firemen drive it around and it goes woo! But me telling you about that is never going to it's never going to match actually witnessing a fire truck. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having firsthand knowledge of, oh, that's a fire truck. It's the same with spiritual matters. You can talk all day long about these things, but until a little light switch clicks on in your brain and you're like, oh my god, this is so much more important than just being a Ned Flanders and just like being a howdy doody good guy all the time. Like there's a deeper thing about about what it means to be a father, what it means to be a creator. I talked to you about this behind the scenes, but like how weird things about like age and maturity, and like what age is maturity is, I think, locked into the Hebrew alphabet. All sorts of crazy shit. The span of time of the months are locked in the Hebrew alphabet. Lamed is 12 and 30, like 12 hours, 12 hours to a half day, and 30 minutes to a half hour, and 12 and 30 are numbers of timekeeping. So like all this stuff is in the Hebrew alphabet, but you have to look for it.
Fucking nuts. It's not just an alphabet at that point. It's like fucking the foundations of everything. Yeah, like,
it is. It
and
absolutely.
what is an alphabet but the foundations of how to speak everything?
Because you have to. Because
You know what I mean? Like,
you can, because you can see them on the letters on multiple levels. You can read the word for what it is and see the word for what it is, or you can see them as numbers. They can translate into numbers. They can translate into little pictographs that tell a story. They can have certain letters have certain features and functions, and the way that they're shaped, they look like things.
yeah.
All sorts of like weird and wacky little things that unless you actually take the time to learn this stuff, you're gonna miss, because like there's a deeper layer to all this Bible stuff. Bro, I've been trying, like I go through Genesis kind of line by line, and bro, I'm still just in the first section, and I could be there forever, just trying to find all the little oddities,
That is fucking nuts, dude. Is that how, like, how preachers, like, look through the Bible then? Like, they're just, like, fucking combing through it that way? Like, that's intense, man. People, like, know, like, my preacher, for instance, he, like, knows a bunch of this shit. And he's just, like, combing through it and then translating into English for my retarded ass. It's fucking crazy.
I think that pastors who go to like a seminary school and they learn Hebrew and stuff and Greek, obviously they have religious schools that where you can become fluent in biblical Hebrew and Greek. Like, that's a thing, obviously.
We're on the front page of entertainment on Rumble.
Ooh.
I was only looking because I was gonna try to find somebody to raid, but that's fucking kick ass. I'll be damned.
Top-notch content over here.
Fuck yeah.
And then Rocky Macabre says, you can understand that the hours of the day are secondary to the zodiac, and there's also 12 tribes of Israel.
Oh fuck.
All of these numbers, 12 disciples of Christ. Christ is the sun with the 12 disciples orbiting around him.
Yeah. There's 12 planets? Holy fuck.
No, there's 12 signs in the zodiac.
Oh, okay. Scared the shit out of me. Wait, how many planets are there?
In the ancient cosmology or modern cosmology?
I mean, I still count Pluto because I don't trust the scientists after a certain point.
But in ancient cosmology, they didn't have a Pluto.
What? Really?
Yeah, they hadn't discovered it.
Oh.
Didn't exist.
So I found somebody that's been live doing Pokemon packs. I think I gotta go to bed. I really do. This dude's got 1 follower in 1 view. I'm gonna raid that guy.
Word. Yep, and Rocky Macabre is also correct. The sun and the moon were considered planets at the time.
Oh, okay. Because they were just, like, important? Is that why? Like, those are important. We're gonna make sure that they are planets. Alright, well,
30 days in a lunar month.
Oh, okay. Well, peace out over on Rumble. I rated that one dude open up Pokemon packs. I hope he enjoys our little drop-in from Professor Grass. Tell him Professor Grass sent you. And we're going to get out of here for tonight.